Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I am Gids. Thank you so much for joining me for today's fragrance first impressions. Now, this one's really exciting because it comes from the house of Byredo, and Byredo is a really interesting house. It has a cult following. People love Byredo fragrances. They love the house. Byredo has a very simple, clean aesthetic. They have very modern sort of packaging, and I only have one fragrance from Byredo, and it's this one here, which is Rose of No Man's Land. As you can see, the bottles are quite interesting as well, and for a brand which was established in 2006, I have to give it to Byredo because they have 72 fragrances in their repertoire, and recently they were purchased by L'Oreal for 1 billion euros. So what does that mean for the future of Byredo? We don't know. Anyway, I'm going to be reviewing this fragrance here, which is called Lil Fleur. This came out in 2020, and this one is inspired by youthful emotions of the teenage years. So yeah, this this could probably go in any direction, because what does that even mean? Who knows? But I'm going to spray it on card and on skin, and I'm going to compare and contrast and tell you guys what I think of this fragrance. Okay. So, first of all, I'm getting a lot of fruitiness in the fragrance, which I love. I love a good fruity fragrance, which is one of my favorite types of fragrances. It's quite juicy. You see, now on skin, it's completely different. I am getting the fruitiness of the fragrance, but I'm getting something quite spicy as well coming at me. On my skin, it's very spicy on skin. Now I know there is leather in this fragrance, and there's some ambergris as well, and there's saffron. So that mixture might be what I'm kind of smelling on my skin, that combination of notes. It's very interesting because I'm trying to get my head around what I'm initially smelling, and I am getting fruitiness in the fragrance, but I'm also getting some deep spices and warmth at the same time. There's also rose in the fragrance, and this is called Lil Fleur, which translates to little flower. Now, I'm not getting any other, lots of florals, but I am picking up something that I think is the rose in the fragrance. Now, there is, I believe, damask rose in the fragrance, and I love damask rose and I love Turkish rose. They're two of my favorite rose fragrances. They're two of my favorite rose notes, I should say, because they smell very luscious, they smell very rich and very opulent when they're used in perfumery. And this is really rich. The rose in this is really rich. Now, it's not super present in the fragrance, but it does have a richness which really comes through. So the notes in this fragrance, I have them here. We have, in the top, we've got some cassis, and cassis is essentially blackcurrant. There's saffron, which might be what is giving it the spiciness. There's some tangerine as well, which I love in fragrances. There's damask rose, leather, blonde woods, ambergris, and vanilla. On card, I'm getting a lot of fruits. It smells very berry, very juicy, quite bright on the card, but on skin, it's more spicy, it's more dark. It smells very dark on my skin and a bit mysterious at the same time. I don't know, it's very interesting. It smells dusty as well, like a dusty spiced rose fragrance, and I don't know if this is something I would personally want to smell like. It's very interesting. It's very unique. Byredo fragrances, they can either go in one of two ways. Either they're quite simple and quite linear, or I find that they can be quite unpredictable and a little bit mysterious. And this is definitely one which is quite mysterious and unexpected. I would never have thought a fragrance called Little Flower would smell like this, because it doesn't smell young. It doesn't even smell youthful to me. This smells quite mature. I don't know. I think what they've done is they've added the fruits in this to kind of still keep it smelling modern, but it smells a little bit mature, and smelling mature is not a bad thing at all. Some people associate smelling mature with with something negative. I don't actually. I find things that smell mature or quite classic to be very elegant. I don't know what to quite make of this. Would I actually wear this fragrance? I'd probably say no. There are other fragrances. There are so many fragrances out there which I would love to wear over this one. It's interesting, but I don't think this is a Byredo which for me, I love. This isn't a love. This is okay. This is okay. It's not awful. It's not unpleasant, but it's just not very me. But one thing I will say about this is it's very unique. It's a very, very unique scent. I mean, if the saffron was maybe taken out of this and the leather, I think I would have liked this fragrance a bit more. I think those two notes are a bit too harsh together. Unfortunately, this is a bit of a miss for me. I'm really sorry if you like this fragrance and if you own it, but it's not really working for me. I'll let this sort of sit on my skin for a bit, but the first impressions of this fragrance, I don't enjoy it, and I actually don't want to spray any more of it on me either. I will keep exploring the house of Byredo to see what other fragrances might work for me and what I might enjoy. If you guys have any more recommendations for me, please do leave them down below, because I'm always open to trying different fragrances and Byredo fragrances. I think I want to explore a bit more of Byredo in the near future, so if you've got any recommendations, leave them down below. But guys, if you've enjoyed this first impressions, please leave your comments down below and also give me a thumbs up, and of course do subscribe. The point of these videos is I'm not always going to love everything I smell, and it's to be honest, you know, I'm not going to always say I love everything, and I hope you guys understand that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.